time to break. This is my time to rise, take a piece of that cake. This is my time to eat, I was given a taste. I was too small to see, now I got what it takes. I got all that I need, I got all that you want. Writing is on the wall, I ain't changing no font. I ain't shouting no more, ain't got nothing to prove. In the end of the day, all that's left is the truth.
Taking it minute by minute, becoming the hero I came to become. Knowing I do what I do and I do it, I ain't gonna stop till it's done. Can never fool me, I got all it takes. I'm gonna stick to my guns, never be losing my cool. I'ma stay where I am when the rest of them run. I'ma burn it to the ground like a flamethrower. I'm addicted to the buzz like a chain smoker. Keeping the pace of the race, I'ma chase who I am. I'll be blowing the horn. I see the infinite possibilities, cause I'm in the eye of the storm. I am the storm.
Hello and welcome, I'm Andrew Voss. We're coming to you from Wollongong. We're high in the grandstands to watch this one, and alongside me is Cameron Smith. Cameron, my friend, I've been looking forward to this matchup all week.
Thanks, Fossey. Well, it doesn't get any better than this, does it? Both sides are in red-hot form with the ball.
Cleary stands by for the kickoff. Here we go, we're underway. Not much to like about that kick.
As the saying goes, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't comment on that kick.
Tuppeny.
Great pass.
Tackling in numbers here. That's the first of 6. Looks and turns the ball inside. Rounded up by the defence. At dummy half. Bone rattler. Wonderful tackle. Third tackle and a play the ball. Holding up a short pass. Barely knocks it off. He'll be absolutely furious with himself there, and rightly so. Moves it on. Ponga.
Well done.
The chip kick. Good positional play. He's there for the kick. For Asua Malaawi. Powers forward. Gets to dummy half. That has shaken him up. And he'll be forced to play.
Bang! What a tackle.
For Asua Malaawi. Held goal by the ref.
Beautiful.
Plays the ball. Passes inside. And is able to come up with a hit. Finally brought to ground. Brisbane attacking strongly. Snappy pass.
Penalty.
And that's through. Kicks long. Tedesco. Under it. Threads the grubber kick through. Putting up a chase. Quick to get to the loose ball. He's shut down there by the defence. Out of dummy half he goes. That's a good ball and all tackle. That's the first tackle. Arms are free, and there's the offload. Hit hard. Rushes into dummy half. Nice work. Short pass. No way through. He's halfway through this set. Cleary. Nice vision. Cut out ball. Gets the ball. Stands and passes. Runs into touch. Play the ball now. Luai. Held as the call from the referee.
Who's going to make the big run in this set to ease the pressure?
Finds support inside. Halted by the defence.
Come on, learn to tackle, boys. Work together.
Fooling the defence with that step. Slips a pass away. Referee shouting hell. That's 3. Plays it. Shovels it wide. Pass. Driven back. Thrown to ground. 4. Comes up with a play the ball. Luai. And offloads the ball. Name of the game there is to keep it alive. He's passed in the tackle. Flips a short pass. Weaves his way.
He's proving elusive.
Ero. And almost beats the defence. Just 1 to go in the set. Hastings. The punt. Coates. Takes it on the full. Nailed in that tackle. Keeps testing the defence with a short pass. Offloads the ball. I like that. He's kept it alive. Referee calls hell. That's 1. Gives it on. Cleary. There's some real feeling in this defence. Sends it back inside. Shovels it on. Slips in the short one. Wrapped up. No way through. 3 is the call. Cleary. They kick downfield. Didn't use all 5 tackles there. He comes up with the ball. Hard and straight the hitter. With a line break. They've got numbers.
He just keeps going and going and going.
Sends that pass out. First try of the game. They've made their intentions very clear indeed. First try of the match in the opening moments of the game. Opportunity to add the extras. Doesn't have any trouble with that one.
Always a great way to settle things down. Get some points on the board.
Brisbane lead by 8. Keen chase needed on the long kickoff. Tedesco collects it on the full. Wriggles free in the tackle and offloads. Katoa puts him away. That's the first. With a little bullet pass. He's almost made his way through. And that's the second. Through the first line of defence. It's a turnover of possession.
Terrible mistake.
The ball's turned over. It's an intercept. Hastings runs from dummy half. Is dragged to the ground.
Had absolutely nowhere to go there.
With a quick pass. Passes. He's taken there in that tackle. That's the second. Turns it inside. Absolutely hammered. There's the play the ball. 15 metres away. For Asua Mala'awi. Lays it off. To'o. It is a try. That's what the crowd has come to see tonight.
Defence is about commitment, trusting your teammate next to you, and finally, the execution. I saw none of that in that play. Folks, you won't see an easier try scored than this.
Couple of deep breaths as he looks to kick this one.
Well, Vossi, I'm sure he'd like to convert this kick and take the points.
You know, kicks like that, they're worth more than 2. Holmes really likes a challenge and showed great composure with that conversion attempt. I don't think it's an injury. I think it's the old-fashioned hook.
I imagine the player that's coming off will be wondering why they were picked in the starting lineup to begin with.
That kick-off is long. Seized in the tackle.
Absolutely no way through there.
Well, they didn't use all 5 tackles there. Ponga judges the bounce well. And he runs into some effective defence. There's the 0 count. Finds support. He was just about through. That's tackle number 1. Cleary.
Nice pass.
That is a cruncher. Feeds the short ball. Give it away, son. You've lost the ball.
Dear, oh dear. Terrible mistake.
Works it on. Good pressure from the chasers. He surges forward. 2 defenders and he's down.
Takes the tackle. Safe option.
Hughes. Preston. Tries the inside pass. Feeds it on. Breaks the defence. Captured by the defence. Has a look and flicks it inside. Preston. Shut down by the defence. Plays it 15 metres out. Hughes with a short ball. Gathered in the tackle. They reach tackle 3. Lovely pass. And he's nailed by the defence. Good play. They grab some decent territory.
That's what the coach likes to see. Body on the line stuff.
Well, they've gone downfield with the kick without using up the 5. Not sure what happened there. That ball is over the sideline. Look at this, running from dummy half. Throws himself into the defence. Pass is over the line. Notch a 4-pointer in front of their home fans. Somewhat surprising, the change being made early.
Coach might be wanting to save them for later.
Brisbane, coach has decided he needs interchange now.
Unorthodox decision there. Might be a little more to this change than meets the eye.
This is cloak and dagger stuff. They've gone for the interchange early. Look at the focus as he lines this one. Holmes is striking them well tonight. As is evident in the stats, they have currently kicked 3 from 3. Decides the deep kick is the way to go. And he's right in position to field the kick. They collide in the tackle. Fires out a pass. That's the halftime hooter. That's the first half completed. Cameron, you're the expert. Talk us. Let's watch the kickoff. Half-time is over, and we're underway again. Hughes marks the ball. They toss him to ground. Mark that one as the 0 tackle. Pass is short. Ref rules knock on there. Scrum packs. Ball and all tackle. Grant out of acting half. Caught by 2 defenders. There's the second. Delivering the short ball. Ero. To'o. Dives over and gets the try. That was superb. The sort of play you cannot coach. Not exactly the easiest of kicks here.
A very tough kick, but he wouldn't be out there if he wasn't up to the challenge.
Holmes is in great form with a boot. They now have 4 from 4. Nice try, but no goal. The kickoff is deep. Hastings catches it on the full. And he's stopped in that one. At dummy half, Wilton. Katoa. A battering tackle. Commanding plenty of respect from 2 defenders. That's 2. Hastings. They go downfield. Must have lost count of the tackles. They scramble to get possession. Twinkle toes. Dragged out. Gets to dummy half. Kick out.
Well done.
This time it's a short pass. Wonderful tackle.
Brisbane showed no commitment on that play. Disappointing.
Cut out ball. Able to get a one-handed offload. Nice step. Blows past the defence. Front on defence.
Beautiful.
That is a classic ankle tap. He goes straight through. Able to stand in the tackle. Driven back. Rounded up by the defence.
Definitely an opportunity there.
Flicks the ball inside. Luai trying to break up the defence. The short pass. Brisbane threatening to come up with points. Halfway through the count. Watson moves it on. Grabbed by the defence. Rushes into dummy half. Goes long with a pass. He's caught by the defence. Plays the ball a couple out. Watson looks to the posts and pulls the trigger. Not much to like about that kick. Coruscant restarts play.
This is the perfect position to start their set. They'll be looking to capitalise from here.
Interchange time here. Brisbane are swapping players using the interchange. Time to shuffle the 13. Time to shuffle the 13. He's got momentum. Interchange coming into play now.
They'll be wanting to show the coach why they're worthy of starting off the bench, I think.
Shovels it wide. They worked hard to bring him down.
The defence tonight has been first class from both sides. Not afraid to put their bodies on the line here.
Driving him towards touch. Comes up with a play the ball. Hughes.
Great pass.
Plays the ball 20 metres away. Looks and turns the ball inside. Heavy tackle. Wrapped up on the 20-metre line. They roll forward again. Gives the chip a go. Brisbane will breathe a big sigh of relief. That was looking touch and go for a moment. Play the ball now. Yes, good move this one. Interchange being used. Chasing well.
They're showing little resistance now.
Plays the ball. A snappy pass. Hastings. Brisbane unable to break through.
Who's going to make the big run in this set to ease the pressure?
Breaking his way through the line. With an offload. Keeps the ball alive. Stands and passes. Gets it away. Oh, good ball. And down he goes. Strong defence here. Katoa. That's a clever pass. Holmes. Loops it over the top. A good two-man tackle there. Plays it. Cuts out a few of his teammates. Looks to add one to the scoreboard. There's a point. You can add it to the board.
Well timed. Another point added to the score.
Cleary restarts play. Holmes with a good catch. Slips a pass away. Referee shouting hell.
Takes the safe option.
Luai. Two able to come in defence. Gives it on. Finds support inside. Brisbane throwing themselves against the defensive line, unable to break through.
The safer option taken there.
Brett runs from acting half. He breaks through. To'o breaks through the line. Oh, Hastings with the break. They've gone again. You don't see much better than that.
The home crowd are going absolutely bonkers after that scintillating try. The opposition were absolutely bamboozled in defence and had no answer to it.
You know, it doesn't get any tougher than this. Holmes hasn't been too troubled by these kicks. And they now have 4 from 5. 2 more points. Brisbane lead by 31. Drives this kick off long. That's good positional play to take the kick. Tests the defence with a short ball. He's through the line. No respect for ball security. They come away with a loose ball. He'll be absolutely furious with himself there, and rightly so. Quick with the pass. He's taken there in that tackle. That is the first tackle. Slips in the short one. Ponga lays it off. Luai driving forward. And he'll be forced to play. Shovels it on. Gets the ball. And not able to offload as they come in over the top. And the attack just keeps on coming. Turns it inside. Plays it just 5 metres from the line. They are threatening to post a 4-pointer. Well, he's produced a grubber kick. Weaves his way. No way out. It'll be a line dropout.
A great result for a perfectly executed kick and chase.
Ponga there to field the kick. No chance of an offload in that tackle. That goes down as the 0 tackle. And they give him a real rattle up there. Sends that pass out. Feeds the short ball. Big hit there. Fends off the defence. There's no advantage there and the referee rules the scrum. Hughes puts him away.
Takes the tackle. Safe option.
That is a classic ankle tap. Captured by the defence. Count is 0. They'll advance the ball from this kick. He must have stubbed his toe. The kick is short. With the field goal attempt. That's the full-time hooter. One-handed offload. Loops a pass. They've got numbers. With space to run. He puts on the bear hug in that tackle. There's the first tackle. And that's full time, but I don't want it to end. A very good evening. I'm Andrew Voss. We're coming to you from Wollongong, and I've got the best seat in the house with a man alongside me, Cameron Smith. Well, Cameron, if these two sides produce their best, we are in for quite a match. has the job of kicking off. Look to contain them with a deep kick off. That's good positional play to take the kick. He breaks through the defence. He's tackled there, and he's made good ground. With a short ball. Tries a back pass inside. Two able to come in defence.
Absolutely no way through there.
Shoves his way through. Ball and all tackle.
Bang! What a tackle.
Rushes into dummy half. Feeds it on. He's shut down there by the defence. That's 3. Dummy half run here. Nice defence there.
Beautiful.
Play the ball now. Romano.
Well done.
He's almost made his way through. No result on the last, and we'll have a changeover. At dummy half, Young.
Great pass.
Commands plenty of respect from 2 defenders there. Tackle 1 completed. Collins. Katoa. Sidestep.
It's hard to tell if the attack is brilliant or the defence is dire. Either way, the stats tell the story.
Feeds the short ball. They drive him back. They pick him up like they're throwing out the trash. Halfway through this set. Tapani.
Nice pass.
Stopped by the defence. Gets it away. He's got past another. You can see that coming from up here. That's an intercept. Referee calls help. That, of course, is the 0 tackle. Warbrick. And he'll be forced to play it. That's 1. Finds support inside. Says out of my way, brah.
He's proving elusive.
That is a classic ankle tap. This man has some speed. Passes short. Locked up on the 10-metre line. That's the 3rd tackle. Plays it. Chris. Wrapped up. They haven't been able to make much ground here. Gets the dummy half. Tabuai Fido. Kicks this very high. Grant restarts play with a tap.
The crowd senses the big opportunity at hand. The excitement is rising.
Plays the ball. Passes inside. It's still on. And offloads the ball. Slips the pass. Stands and passes. Front on defence.
Good tackle. This is what we like to see.
They'll look to find the line from this penalty.
They've made a brave call to go for touch. This will be a huge set of 6.
Kicks it into touch with a long kick.
I like that kick. Perfectly weighted. Good pressure here.
Grant restarts the play with a tap. He's run through another. And he's stopped in that one. On tackle number 1. Shovels it wide. Collins. Close to the line, but players to beat. They're over. But have they grounded the ball here? I don't think so. Well, the video ref, he says no try. Cutting it up to the defence. That pleases the crowd. Well, it wasn't for a shortage of defenders. He still scores the try. Now the chance to add the extras. Early change being made here.
Seems like some sort of miscommunication between coaches and trainers. Strange call.
Brisbane, coach has decided he needs interchange now. I don't think it's an injury. I think it's the old-fashioned hook.
Strange time to make a substitution. I'm not sure what's going on here.
And they'll pick up the points.
Always a great way to settle things down. Get some points on the board.
Decides the deep kick is the way to go. Good positional play. He's there for the kick. Hastings. Grab there. Captured by the defence.
Who's going to make the big run in this set to ease the pressure?
Fa'asua Mala'awi. Able to get a one-handed offload. Commanding plenty of respect from 2 defenders.
They're getting numbers in, but are struggling to lock the ball up.
Well held. No way through. Comes up with a play the ball. Ero. To'o. Hit up, hard and straight. Held as the call from the referee.
Some enterprising play.
Wilton turns it inside. Oh, that's a terrible drop ball.
Crucial mistake.
Good play, they grab some decent territory. Zero tackle. Holmes. They force him back. They toss him to ground. That's the first of 6. Tries the inside pass for Asua Malaawi. Brisbane threatening to come up with points. Grant senses a chance out of acting half. He dots down under the posts. Or tries at home like that and they'll make him the mayor. He looks fairly confident as he lines this kick up.
Not to offend Vossi, but if he misses this, I think I'll sign off early and go home.
Successful with a kick.
Always a good way to settle the nerves, if there are any.
The kickoff is deep. Tedesco marks the ball. Pushed back in the tackle. Shut down by the defence. Quick with the pass. Works it on. Good front on defence. And down he goes. That's the second. Grant scoots out of dummy half. Caught by a pair of defenders. 3 is the call. Luai. Well, they've gone downfield with the kick without using up the 5. Not sure what happened there. Flicks the ball inside. Lays it off. Warbrick through the first line of defence. The hooter is sounded. And that brings us to an end. Referee looks ready. Second half about to get underway. Places the kick off deep. Tedesco under it. Kick along the ground. It's the grubber. Ipapi puts him away. That is the first tackle. They've got a strong squad, so why not use the interchange? Wrapped up, no way through. There's the second with a little bullet pass. He goes straight through. They drive him back. You can't win a game losing the ball like that.
To the hands, not the feet. Sort it out, boys.
Ipapi dashes out of dummy half. He's through the line. Finally brought to ground. That's the first tackle. They're looking to spoil his party. He was just about through.
Good one, son.
Trying to break up the defence. The short pass. He's been hit hard. Passes. Fage. That is a classic ankle tap. Wrapped up on the 20-metre line. That's the fourth. Delivers a long ball. Sorensen. He's kicked a field goal. Kicks long. Fage. There to field the kick. Finally rounded up.
Fantastic tackle. Beautifully executed.
This time it's a short pass. Plays it right on halfway.
The defence is struggling to hold them here.
May. Met by a wall of defence.
Grinding them into the turf. Grinding, grinding, grinding.
Well, he's somewhere in that tackle.
I like that. Good tackle.
Slips in the short one. Fage. Well, out of his hands. It's just gone straight forward.
Spot on call by the refs. Hard one to miss, really.
That's a clever pass. Tedesco offloads the ball. Halted by the defence.
That, kids, is a textbook tackle.
Held call by the ref.